Genius all over the world stands hand in hand, and one shock of recognition runs the whole circle round. Herman Melville. Hey, what's good? Hey, how are you? You know, it's a joyous day. It's a sad day, but if we stay united, we can never be divided, huh? Those are the words that I like to echo in my brain every morning when I drink coffee.
Coffee? For me?
I really fucking hate all this divisiveness, and I understand people's opinions, and as Jake Phelps would say, your feelings, I fucking care, like all that shit, right? But it's fucking gnarly, dude. Like, I love my friends, I love my family, and I don't want to lose any of them to the COVID or to the opinion of the fucking COVID. So let's all just respect and love one another and just appreciate that we're all human beings doing the best we can. And we're trying to figure this fucking crazy world out right now. I got love for all y'all. And this next fucking episode is such a stoke that I am joyfully going to take some time off with my soon-to-be wife, because I know that leaving this as the last episode, I can breathe a little bit. This is Freddie fucking Gall. Do you hear me? Jersey's own Freddie Gall. Ugh. I wish P-Stone was here. I wish Felper was here. I wish Hammocky was here. I wish everybody was here. So think about that when you're trying to make your decisions about whether you're going to get tested or not tested. Okay. And think about when you're putting your mask on and how upset you are about it, and how upset you are someone in a car that you don't even know has one on. Why are you wasting your time with all that negativity? Let's just fucking, let's continue to kill it. We're human beings. We're only here for a little bit of time. And so that's all the preaching I'm going to do today. But fucking, okay. It's been a stressful week, let me tell you. But I'm back, baby. Back on radar, getting ready to dance, getting ready to celebrate. You know, I'm off the market in a week, and even more important, the love of my life is off the market. So all you guys that have been slipping for the last fucking whatever amount of time she's been alive, ha, 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 she's all mine, baby, and I am fucking fired up.
Love it!
So with that being said, we're going to switch gears and we're going to tickety-tack over to the Blood Wizard campaign. You guys really need to be a little more creative and come at me with a new commercial. But I love you.
Head on over to your local shop and ask for Blood Wizard. If they're out, then you can tickety-tack on down to bloodwizard.com where you have all of your conjuring needs.
Hey, big shout out to Jared Fair. I got to give you a shout out.
Shout out.
I'm a little busy. There's this thing called a wedding that I've been trying to get ready for. So I do want to respond to your email, but I also want to just acknowledge I got it. And wow, dude, thank you so much. That was an amazing written email with a lot of words that I had to look up in a dictionary because you're a little smarter than I am, but you seem well read.
I have 2 8th grade diplomas.
You know, what I like is a sticker exchange program. Nobody's really doing it with me anymore, but I still love it. All right, kids. Not sure if I'm going to be gone for longer than 1 week, but I will definitely be gone next week, dancing around in my tuxedo with a small group of people, listening to everything from Otis Redding to the White Stripes to E40, kids. We got choices.
Yep.
Starting next week, I'm officially off the market, but I promise to return as your podcast host with guests and stories galore on the podcast. I know. Get the fucking Gall, Schmitty. It's like, shut up, my getter. All right, everybody. I fucking love you all. I appreciate the support. And now, drum roll, please.
Hey, what's up? This is Fred Gall, and you're listening to Talkin Schmit.
You ain't ready!
It's cool, like tonight is the night.
Here we go again.
Just give it the old college try right now.
Big dog's in. Schmitty! 96 times, Schmitty.
Thanks, Schmitty.
We on? Schmitty?
Talkin Schmit. That's called go to the hospital, bitch.
I'd be shitting my pants, man.
Your Rolodex is fucking deep.
It's about the one.
Who's this guy thinks he's tough shit?
What's up? We're tastemakers.
Come on, Schmitty, what the fuck?
Listen, and listen more, motherfuckers. I could give you the longest intro ever fucking recorded for my next guest. We've been going back and forth for many weeks trying to make this happen, and I'm fucking so psyched right now. I got a lot of coffee in me, and I got the one and only Fred Gall on the other line. What's up, Freddie?
What's up, dude?
Finally, we get this going. I'm hyped.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked, man. It's been a long one.
Look at me. I got my NJ shirt on. I'm fucking,
Nice.
I'm ready to rep Morocco out here.
Sick. I'm repping the man, Ozzy.
Sick, dude. How's things going for you?
Pretty good, man. You know, I got my spot in Jersey. I don't know if you follow it, but
Yeah.
I got a bowl in my yard, and I just keep building in my spot and stuff. So I got my hands pretty full out here. It's pretty awesome.
How close are you to where you grew up?
I'm at the house I grew up in.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to talk a lot about Jersey because I had the privilege of being close to P Stone, Preston Mygetter, who was a close friend of yours as well. And every time some dude's name came up, he would go, Schmitty, he's from Jersey. Hey, Ashad Ware, you know where he's from? Jersey. He's like, Sean Sheffy, Jersey. Who are some of the fucking dudes that early on in your life you were fucking inspired by? Tom Groholski, the Jersey Devil. There's a ton, right?
Am I showing you this correctly?
Oh shit, is that in your bowl?
Yeah, this is the state of New Jersey, and then peace.
All right, hold on. Important.
Holy shit, that rules.
That's in the street. That's the Keystone section of my.
God damn it, that's amazing.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm actually getting
Love that
married
guy.
in a month, and I'm trying to make a pocket square with his head embroidered in it.
Big dog's in.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Too much could be said about him, but who were some growing up? How did skateboarding happen for you, and who were the early influences?
This kid Don had a board, and I was trying it, and I never saw ollie before, and these dudes could ollie, and they had a 2x4, and I was oh god, I gotta do that, dude. My mission was to ollie 2x4. And I think I did it with 1 foot the first day. And then I was just borrowing their boards and shit. And then you know what happened after that. I had to get my own board, and I was hooked.
Sick.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, Mike V and Dune grew up in the town over from me. So there was there's all these legendary spots that they used to skate that I kind of grew up skating.
Okay. Right.
So yeah. So there was a heavy influence of pros at a young age.
When you went elsewhere, if you came to San Francisco, especially the West Coast, this was the damn pencil thing that is always embedded in my head. He's like, you pussies out West got it easy. Back East, all the spots are gnarly. Talk about that, coming out to the West Coast and seeing these areas that were brand new pavement and smooth.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude. It was just a dream for me when I came out to Cali. SF was the first place I really went to.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I had been to San Diego before, but SF was my welcoming into skateboarding. You know what I mean? It was every spot was on, you know what I mean? You just drive through the city and you're oh my God, there it is, blah, blah, blah. And then getting to skate that shit was just amazing, man.
When you came to SF, were you already sponsored?
Yeah, I had my first trip to SF was the one where I did those interviews for like Thrasher and Slap. Yeah.
And you got the cover?
Yeah.
Dude.
Like that was like a setup trip that Phelps had set up for me.
Is that real?
In the Europe contest on them trips, we were like running into each other all the time, and then he was like, at the end, he was like, yeah, I want you to come out to SF and do an interview like in September. I was like, sick, dude. Let's do it.
Oh shit. So
and this was like in the summertime on the contest tour circuit.
So how long were you in SF?
1994. And I went to SF for 1 month, and like, dude, so like I was still 15 years old, right? So like he sent me out there in the first month of school. I didn't go, you know what I mean? Uh-huh. And I was like, I got a taste of that freedom, dude. I came back and I was like, I went to homeroom every day till my 16th birthday, and then I just quit. Straight up. I was like, there's no way I'm ever going back to this shit. You know what I mean? Like that was a done deal right off.
Hasta la vista, baby.
How early in that trip did you do the Switch 5.0 at Hubba?
That was probably like 2 weeks in, or maybe a weekend. Because I wanted to skate Hubba. That was like my whole mission, like to go out there and skate Hubba. Mm-hmm. But like no one really wanted to skate it. And then one day out of nowhere, Huff was like, let's go to Hubba. I was like, sick. And I ended up doing the 3 tricks that day.
What was it?
Switch 180 5.0.
Oh yeah.
Switch crook and switch front 5.0.
Had you skated shit like that before?
I mean, we skated rails, and we had this Hubba at City Hall in Philly, but like nothing ever like Hubba. Hubba's like one of a kind. That thing's like chest high and like, you know, super gnar.
Do you remember what you did that night?
Hello, my friend.
I was so young, man. Like, I think I like went and skated fucking the park downtown, Union
Square.
Yeah, Union Square, dude. That's what I would do every night. Couldn't get enough skating, dude. Like I would skate street all day, and then I would skate to Union Square at night and skate and like meet up with like Mike there and like skate with him. And that's how I met Mike. But like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like celebrate, if that's what you mean. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't even think it was a big deal. Like people were tripping, and I was just like, oh, like sick, dude, you know? Cool. Like,
I mean, it still stands out. Like we just did a thing on like the best covers of all time, and there was definitely a lot of nods to that one for sure. Sick. You know, it's shit like that that's special to us at the mag, because of course San Francisco, we got a lot of pride in it, and in the mags in the city. And so you do something at like Miley, China Banks, Hubba, Embarcadero, that shit's forever, you know, for us. It's like in Philly, they got Love Park, and everybody in Philly remembers each dude that fucking crushed that place, you know? Mm-hmm. And so when you come from somewhere else and you take it on, it's like, that's major props.
Yeah, man, sick. That was like the best era. That was like my best years of skateboarding, I think, ever. Like, favorite time.
Okay. What was your relationship with Jake? How did you meet him? Did you meet him in those Europe contests?
Yeah, I think I met him there. Yeah, that's just how he just came up to me, and like, dude, his thing, he would just give me $100 bill in a different country, so it would be a different 100. And like, that was his thing. I don't know why. He would just do it. And I would be like, sick, dude. That was like so much money to me back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, I guess he likes me. Like, sick.
So almost every time he saw you, he would do that?
He did it like twice in Germany and in like England or some shit.
Yeah. Fucking, I remember I traveled with him a lot, and every time we did anything with Vans, for the Vans, you know, Combi, Vans Park Series, anything, Vans Tour, anything with Vans, and he's like, the hot dog man. He would call out Van Doren, and he's like, give me $100. I swear to God, at least 7 or 8 different times. And Van Doren just pulled out his wallet and handed him $100 bill each time.
Yeah.
Like, it was so sick.
So fucking rad, dude.
People send me soap.
Yeah, Jake had it fucking like that. And it was pretty sick to see like just the respect he got from so many people being the way he was. Like he had the East Coast mentality, but it stayed true.
Yep. Yeah, he was one of a kind, man.
What were some of your other favorite things about SF when you were out there skating with Dare?
Like my introduction was so sick, dude. I got dropped off, right? Stayed at Roger Brown's house. Woke up, got dropped off just dropped me off with Huff, and they were like, all right, you guys are skating together. And then we met up with Sean Young and Hurley, and they took me to the Fort Miley, and we bombed the whole way back through the avenues. And it was like the best day of my life, basically, dude. It was so sick.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and like I think there was some THC pills involved or some kind of like chocolate, like some. And I smoked weed before, you know what I mean? But like I was used to East Coast dirt weed. I never had no chronic, dude. SF was like, I was like so hyped.
Took it to another level.
Yeah, man, I was fucking hyped.
Do you remember one of your earliest trips? Like you went on the road for the first time as a skateboarder?
Like on a tour or just like hopping in the car?
Yeah, like on a tour where it was legit. Like you got a photographer and like dudes and you're trying to do an article or trying to do, you know?
Well, we one of the earliest trips I did was with Slap we did that. We did a trip from AZ, Arizona, and like with all these New York guys, and it was me, Huff, and like all these New York dudes, and I ended up getting the cover doing that nose blunt yanking in Albuquerque.
McKenney went with you, right?
Oh yeah, that guy's psycho.
And now, another first impression with Timothy Donald McKenney.
I'm going to start this out with, if there was a skater's dictionary, under the definition of skateboard, it would be Freddie Gall's picture and him sitting there with a Heineken or something. But outside of that, I actually got the pleasure of going on a trip with him and Huff and the boys as the idiot. First of all, I want to shout out Gio for saving my life. I would have died of an asthma attack if it wasn't for Gio from Supreme. But Freddie was the man. The nicest guy, funny as shit, mind-blowing on the skateboard, as well as just going into the hotel rooms after he got done with a mind-blowing, as well as the origin of the dump truck. Because when I think of it, I think of us in New Mexico in that 3 mile long ditch and you doing it into it from the rail. Slap cover. Peep it, people. It's fucking one of the sickest slap covers. Orange slap, Freddie and Gray. You can't beat it, bros. I love you, Freddie. Sick ass motherfucker.
Yeah, he's my buddy. He lives out here.
Yeah, that dude's tight.
Shout out.
I remember that one. Did you go to Indian Ditch on that one?
Yeah, that was the ditch that I had the photo in.
That's the best place ever.
Yeah, that place is really good. Like, definitely gotta go there if you're a skateboarder.
What about Liversedge, Ben Liversedge?
Shout out.
Yeah, Benny was on that trip too. I haven't seen Ben in a long time.
Do you know what he's up to?
No, I know he's out in Long Island, I think, just living.
Okay. What about turning pro for the first time and getting your board, like getting your name on the board? Was that like a surprise, or was that was it a whole thing coming, or how did that? It was
like, yo, we want to turn you pro. And that just showed up in the mail like that. Like, it was like, no, like, yeah, it was just like, it was just there all of a sudden. Like, I was just pro.
What?
Yeah.
What do you remember, like what you did when that happened?
I mean, I was psyched because I got like a nice, like there was this thing, you know what I mean, where I like didn't quit also because there was like, I don't want to get into that, but like,
right.
I had other offers, so they gave me a lot of money and turned me pro. So like, I took my mom on a vacation, dude, to the Bahamas. Yeah. Damn. So like, that was what I did. Yeah.
What was it? Do you remember? What was the first graphic?
It was a dude on a horse. Neil Blender drew it.
No way.
Yeah, I don't have the board here, but I have one at Domestics, the warehouse. I do have one.
Okay. What was your first video part?
I mean, I had tracker trucks video parts when I was 12 years old,
Oh, sick.
Yeah, like it actually says the 12 and under section of a video called The Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood. I never even seen that video.
And then there was The Brotherhood, and then there was Stacked. Stacked was another early one.
Uh-huh.
And then there was these new school videos that, dude, somebody actually sent me the name of it the other day. I can't think of it right now. But there was some really young new school videos too. But yeah, those were like 91, dude. 92.
And it was the first Alien video was that Time Code?
No, well, that was the first video I was in for Alien.
Yeah,
but
that's
they
what
had
I mean.
they made a different video.
Right. Was that maybe your introduction to pressure?
Pressure?
Like when you're 12 and you're skating for tracker, you're probably just fucking like skating and not thinking about, but then all of a sudden you're on a board company and you're pro and you have to film a part. Do you start feeling like a little bit of the pressure?
I didn't really ever like it. Shit just came so easily at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
It didn't even get to that point until like the only pressure that I ever started to feel was like if I needed to add or something. Okay. And there was like, that was like the maximum pressure. You know what I mean? Like it was always pretty fucking mellow, man.
Okay. I know you've told the story a few times, but never to me. I'd love to hear the story about you carving the long bench at China Banks.
Oh shit. Okay. So, when I stayed with Mike Dayer, he had this liquid acid, dude. And we started taking that shit and skating at night at China Banks.
Uh-huh.
And we would go there and fucking rip, dude. You could rip on that shit. It's like so fun. We would have so much fun. And I fucking backside carved the long ledge. And I did it. And I was like psyched. And I was like, I'm going to come film this tomorrow. Came back in the daytime, not on acid. Couldn't even come close, bro. Like I couldn't comprehend it either. I was like, what the hell? Like, how was I mentally so like on this shit last night? Yeah, it was crazy.
And did you put in a little work? Like, did you try it for a while? And
I didn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I gave it all I had. Yeah.
Did you think about coming back another time on acid with a filmer?
Yes, I did, but I never made it. I wish I would have though. Like now that I think about it, it didn't seem like that important to me. But that would be like that's a goal, getting over that bench, dude.
It's not easy. There's only, I don't know if even 10 people have done it.
Yeah, there's a handful.
Yeah. What about Lou Metal? Talk about
Lou Metal's doing good, man. We actually got Metal going still.
Really?
And we're doing a video. Yeah, we're doing a video. We're doing a video this year, yeah.
With him?
For like a year from now, actually.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm working on all kinds of shit right now. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it kind of stemmed with you've been staying sober, yeah?
Yeah.
So
I smoke, obviously, but
smoke weed, but no more booze.
No, hell no. No booze, no hard drugs. For like 3 years now, almost.
How's that going?
Great, man. Life is so much better. It's like, it's just easier, man. You know, and I don't like have the urge to even go for it.
Okay.
Like, that part of my life's over, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it took a lot. It took a lot to like, I found my mother dead with a needle in her arm.
Ooh.
So that's like really what like
that sparked it,
snapped me out of it like big time.
Wow. But that's heavy.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
So are you kind of past the point of like, can you be social with people drinking and not even deal with it? Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously no one wants to deal with like people being drunk, but like I have no problems going to a bar or like people at my house. Like I have parties here all the time. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I've been sober for a while too. And one of the things I have a hard time with is not judging others because I was there. You know what I mean? Like, how can you be a hypocrite?
Yeah.
But at the same time, at the end of the day, you're like, dude, this just ain't my vibe right now. Like, you guys are going to 11. I only stay at 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's
I
tricky
try
one.
not to like, I had to get like snippy with a couple people just for fucking up though.
Yeah.
At my house. But like, you know, it's like whatever.
So the sobriety, has that given you more energy and more focus to start working on projects and shit?
Oh my God. Like I started skating a lot, you know? And I'm like, yo, let's film a part, like fucking joking around.
Yeah.
And so I started getting a lot of shit, and then it became an obsession where I was like, all right, now I'm filming a part, dude. Like, and then it was like, no, I'm filming like the best part ever. And like, it's been over a year now, and like, I'm finished. I'm done with it.
Oh, really?
And so I got 3 parts I'm sitting on right now.
No way.
A full Thrasher part, like, and then a full DIY part for Jankum, and then like I have like a full leftover part.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be out somewhere.
Okay. Fuck. How are you feeling about it?
Dude, I'm psyched. Like this Thrasher part, I worked my fucking ass off on it. People are gonna be surprised, man.
Oh, dude. All right.
Yeah,
I like this.
Like I fucking put like my fucking ass out there, like for this one more fucking bang. You know what I mean?
I know that you and Brian Anderson have been pretty close and like kind of doing a lot together. How did that all begin?
Well, Brian just he randomly, I mean not randomly, but his husband has a place in Jersey. And like so like it's only 20 minutes from my house, and he just started staying out here a lot, and then we just started skating and hooking up and just chilling and like making dinners and just, you know, hanging out, man. And like he's my bro, man.
Yeah.
We like really vibe off each other.
Rad. Has he's been pushing you to skate and stuff? Like you guys have been pushing each other, help motivate?
Like, yeah, he's a good dude to have on the crew, man. Like he's street pirate, bro.
You guys got some pools going out there?
Yeah, there's some sick ones, man. Gnarly.
Yeah.
Long Island has gnarly ones, and I got some in Jersey out here. Yeah. He's going to be proud.
This fucking bird wants to mount the fucking chicken.
Let's talk a little bit about the Jersey history, though. Like Pastris and Mike V, kind of, they were a little bit before you, but like, what other dudes need to be recognized that are from out there, and like, what have been some like highlights from Jersey as far as like
Groholski for sure.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil.
Definitely got to mention that dude because he's like fucking gnar. And then there's so many, dude. There's Sheffy. There's Mike Dayers from Jersey.
Shout out.
Yeah, dude. The list goes on, man. I have to like Derek Rinaldi, Mike Pepper.
Shout out.
Chris Riley. Actually, he's Long Island, but
Shout
these are
out.
like old school dudes, like early 90s dudes. Yeah, fucking rippers. People who know them names.
You just influenced somebody.
What do you think about this fucking, what can we talk about as far as like, without getting too preachy, like losing people, the fentanyl and the drug, all this shit that's going on? Like, is there a way to be an influence without being too preachy and being a hypocrite? Like,
it's hard, man. It's like the drugs are there and people are going to do them. You know what I mean? No matter what.
Whoa, slow it down.
And I don't know. Just don't do them.
Yeah.
That's all I could really say.
Do you ever get triggers where like there's some situation where you're just like, you get kind of like, oh, fuck, and you have to just bounce or anything? Or are you pretty good?
Yeah, there's times where like I got to like take a walk or something. Or like, dude, there's times where like I'm like skating in the hood and I'm like going to the store by myself, where I could easily, like, there's dudes offering me shit right there and I could just buy it. No one will know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that, you know what I mean? But I'm like, nope, don't just fucking keep walking, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's always going to be like that.
Did you go through any of the programs or anything, or did you just kind of do it on your own?
I went to rehab twice. And like the first time I didn't really want to be there. I got kicked out like an asshole and all this shit. I didn't even like try to stop. And then after my mom, like, I was like, no matter what, I'm stopping this shit. Like, so like I went to like a real shitty rehab and I stayed for like 15 days, I think. And I stayed just long enough to get the shit out of my system to where I was still like, I should have stayed longer, but I left and went home and did it on my own in my own bed and shit. But like, yeah, it was gnarly as fuck, dude. It took me like 3 months to feel completely normal. Like I was like, dude, am I ever going to feel normal again? Like fucking, like just day by day. Just
like going through the withdrawals and all that shit.
Yeah. It's like the weirdest, shittiest feelings, dude. I don't like, I don't wish that shit on nobody.
Right.
But like, yeah, man, that's like enough to like, if you do it again, you're just going to suffer again. Like, it's so fucked up, man, the way this shit works.
Yeah.
It's such a strong thing. It's crazy.
You better leave this shit in here. Don't be this is negative or not. This is life.
Yeah, I've seen that. What was up with that thing you guys did at Bam's house and shit, where like Danny Way came out and there was like a big ass party and stuff? Yeah. That
was right before I went to rehab, actually. Yeah, that was just him throwing a party, man.
Oh, it wasn't like a party to, like, it seemed from my vantage that it was a party to get everybody sober. And I was like, how does this work?
It kind of was, as far as me and Andy Roy go. But like, but we were not like, nobody was sober whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even close. Like,
yeah. Fuck.
Everybody was a wreck.
Have you been talking to Andy at all recently?
Yeah, they were supposed to come to my house like a week ago, but they like got stuck in New York or something.
He's killing it, man. He's like staying.
Yeah, man. It's awesome. I love when I see my friends do good, man.
Right. Yeah. I know. It's so fucking hype. Dude, do you remember that time at Phoenix? It was Phoenix Am and it was me, you, Cranny, and P-Stone. Some baby blue thing, and you got to be moving and shaking that ass. And you were just saying it over.
I don't know. It was some Guido shit, like some Jersey Guido. Like, I don't even know where we saw it, but me and P-Stone saw this dude claiming his name Baby Blue or whatever. Like, and I don't know. We just ran with it.
You ain't ready. You want on? You gotta be dancing. You gotta be smiling. You gotta be shaking that ass. If we get past 1:30 a.m., look out,
dude. That was the funnest shit.
See you next week.
And then like it was like blackout drunk vectors, and then like all of a sudden Preston got on the phone and he started calling, like cold calling. He's like, we're starting a wheel company and I'm calling this guy. He's on the team. And you're like, he's on.
Duffy's on first fucking shot. You gotta be dancing, you gotta be smiling, you gotta be shaking that ass. James is on. James Gelch is on. No, James. Sean Jeffy's on. James from Jersey. Jake Brown, James from Jersey. Jake Brown for sure. James from Jersey. We can't pay anybody. Anyway. Who are you? Danny Way's on automatically. Yeah, Danny Way was born on.
Hey, who are you hoping to recruit?
We're hoping to get Wedding. Wedding's on. We're getting Wedding. We can call and get Wedding on right now. We're trying to think of like old guys.
Oh, we might be able to get Wedding on right now. Live.
Hey, first ever live. Baby Blue.
Speakerphone.
Where's my phone, Baby Blue?
Oh, man. We would have fun, man.
So much fun.
Just doing stupid shit.
Yeah. What's I mean, this is probably a tough one, but like if you look back at all the travel that you've done, was there one trip that stands out as like one of the most epic, like, I don't know, either the funnest skating or the best crew or just everything combined was radical?
Dude, like some of them old iPass trips were like that, man. Like, yeah, we did like Thailand a bunch of times and like every one of those was awesome, man. Yeah. And it was like me, Kenny Reed,
Matt Field.
Yeah, no, Matt was gone at this point, but like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was tight though, man.
Tell me that story about Thailand though. You were like pulling dudes out of a truck or something.
Oh, well, dude, there's 2 incidents that happened to me that was super fucked up and gnarly. One, I got like totally lost, right? Like, can't find my hotel. I'm like just totally fucked. And I'm in the back of a tuk-tuk, you know, them little carts.
Yeah.
And I'm just like cruising, and it's their New Year. So everybody's totally wasted. And like, they have like these red pickup trucks as taxis, and like they just load them with people like all in the back and shit. And like, we're going one way, and one of those trucks just comes flipping down the one, like at us, like it's like literally flipping, and then it like hits a telephone pole and just stops, and like there's all these people in there, and like me and the dude just get up and run to help them. Like we didn't even say anything. And like, this lady's head was gashed open real bad. I took my shirt off, like tied it around her head, and like this lady's arm was gashed real bad. I had my socks off, tied her shit up, and then we loaded them in the tuk-tuk. And I was like, just go, you know? I don't care. Don't worry about me. Take them. And that was that. That was the one story.
Damn.
And then like, I like walked home with no socks and had big ass blisters because it was far as hell.
And that's in Thailand. Nobody's even speaking English. You're like, what the fuck's going on?
Fuck. And then the other one, I don't know if you know about the monks.
No.
I went through a burning monastery and fucking saved monks.
No way.
Dude, it's like an ESPN thing, dude. I already did like a whole interview about it years ago, but you can look it up. But it's like Fred Gall saves monks.
This is fucking real shit, dude. This is Fred Gall brought to you from fucking Cambodia in a real fire. Is there any more women and children? Monks, is there any more people upstairs? You see that? How'd you get up here? Stairs. I built a ladder. I saw it. All right, anyone?
What happened? You were like in an area and you saw a fire and you went in and saved them?
Dude, yeah, I saw this fire, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And like, it's like people on the second story stuck, like, and nobody's doing shit. Everyone's just staring at them. And there's like all this bamboo because they use bamboo for scaffolding. So I'm like, dude, I built a bridge from one building to the next, like, and I shimmied across it, and I fucking started loading people on that shit and taking them down. And like, I did that, and then I kicked open this one door, like, boom, and there's a dude just praying, like, ready to burn. Like, I'm like, come on, man, let's go. Like,
no way.
Yeah, and like, I guess I saved a bunch of people, but like,
I have 2 8th grade diplomas.
Eventually, they got up the stairs, but like, my little ladder thing was like the way to go. You know what I mean?
Holy fuck! Did you get like a key to the city or something?
No, man. I lost my skateboard and I was fucking bugging, and like this monk found it and gave a photo of me with the monk, and I'm like, dude, we're all fucked up looking. You got to look at it's on it's ESPN. Fred Gall saves monks. I swear to God.
Okay, I'll look at
it's like there's footage of the shit, dude. There's like footage of the burning shit, and like it's crazy.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about present day Fred Gall.
All right, present day Fred Gall.
You filmed like so much footage that you're sitting on 3 parts. You got a bowl in your backyard.
Yep.
What's an average day like? You get up around what time?
I have a bowl, a mini ramp, and a little street section actually. But
sick.
Average day for me is, so I live with my Uncle John.
Shout out.
He's a paraplegic. And like, I have to like take care of him. So like, we have a nurse that comes, but I'm the morning guy. So at like 7:30 in the morning, I have to get up and like get him ready, like just get him breakfast and shit. Change his piss bag and all that, and like, and then I'm good up with him until about 5, and then I just give him dinner. But yeah, so I do that, and then I chill out, eat my breakfast, skate, probably carve a little bit in the bowl.
Sick.
And then pretty much sit around and figure out what I'm going to do today. Like, I'm trying not to work this whole summer because I got it rigged. So like I could pretty much do it that way for the summer. Right. And then I'll work when I have to, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah. So
is anybody sending you some shit?
Some cheddar?
Yeah.
Not really.
No more Fred water?
I got like a little board sales from Habitat the other day, but like that was just like randomly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get paid by anybody.
You still got a board on Habitat?
Yeah, like from time to time. But yeah, hopefully once this video comes out, man, someone will give me a couple bucks or something. I don't know.
More. At least a fucking cheddar sponsor so you can put it on your burger.
Yeah.
So are you staying local? Is most of your part in Jersey or have you been traveling?
Dude, yeah, for the most part, it's all East Coast, like a couple tricks in Miami and Florida. But like, yeah, man, I went to Ohio and that's it. It's like, yeah, no West Coast at all East Coast.
How did you deal with this COVID situation?
Dude, it was great for me. Like that was the best times to skate, man. We were out all the time in that shit. Just only ones out
everywhere.
Killing it, dude. It was really good.
You got to skate some shit that you normally couldn't skate?
Yup, for sure.
Damn,
COVID was like really good for me.
There's that one spot that I think Brian maybe had a photo on. It's like a half pipe, but it's super narrow. It's like a little fucking, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That thing looks sick. I think Farmer sent me a photo of it. It's like a weird little, there's so much crazy shit out there. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What's one of the fucking raddest things you've seen happen on a skateboard that you were there for?
Let's see. Probably some of this pool shit that I've been seeing recently, man. Like these guys take pool skating to such a level that like, I didn't even think some of the shit was possible, man. Like their whole style and like these dudes fuck these pools up. Like going over certain stairs is like so gnarly.
Yeah. Who are some of the kids? Oski was out there, right?
Oski fucking next levels it, dude. I brought Oski to that fucking indoor full pipe thing that I skate all the time.
Yeah.
And he fucking stalled on the pipe. I knew he could do it and he was the man for it. And I like called it out before even. I was like, Oski, I'm going to bring him here and he's going to do this. And he did it.
How rad. God damn, dude. I love that shit.
Yeah, Oski is like totally next level, dude. I wanted him to come to my house really bad, but he didn't make it.
Okay. How deep's your bowl?
Dude, it's super. I'm like pouring sweat just sitting in my yard.
Is it like 5 feet, 6 feet?
My pool is like 4.5, 5.
4.5.
Because it was a pre-existing pool, which it was fiberglass and like, you know, a little bit, but I had to cut the concrete to make the shape and make it a little wider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like photos of it before. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Like, so we just dealt with the hole we had basically.
Perfect. Smart.
Yeah.
Less work. When you were touring with Alien, who are you rooming with usually?
Kalis, it would be Kalis and like Lenny Kirk I would get put with because no one wanted to deal with Lenny and I didn't give a shit. And I was just cool with him. Like, but yeah, they would put me with Lenny all the time.
You got a good Lenny story?
I mean, dude, he was just towards the end, like of our tours. He was like, this tour was like when he was a mad preacher and shit. Jesus Christ! And he was like preaching at the demos and like trying to drag me into it. Like, I'm like, nah, dude, like, no, that's not my steez, Lenny. Like, you know it, like, chill.
Yeah.
And like, dude, he just went crazy, man.
Damn. Somebody just saw him out here. Like,
I heard he's doing well though, man.
I think so.
I hope he is.
Yeah.
What up, Lenny?
Shout out.
Yeah, Lenny, shout out.
Shout out.
You got a good P-Stone story for us?
Are you out of your mind?
Shit, dude. I'm trying to think of one, dude. There's so many.
Didn't he go out to stay with you just to like? He was like, "Hey, I'm going to come out to film."
Time, they sent him out here to barbecue with me for a week.
You can make this thing. I know he's got it in him. All right, I'm ready for you, bud.
On Thrasher, like paid for specifically to do that, and like, dude, we pulled all-nighters. Like, we were at the river, like. Dude, we were Darylin out really, really hard, man. He would like be cooking shrimp, lobster, like, yeah, we like fucking went off on that one. That was awesome. Thank you guys for that. Like, that was so sweet. Like, that's what I remember P Stone at, and he was at his doing what he loves, like killing it, you know?
Yep.
When he stayed at my house a different time, we were on one, you know what I mean? Obviously. But like I would sleep late as fuck and like, but like I would just hear him in the other room and you'd hear the beer crack at like 9 a.m.
Hold on. Important.
9 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And so he was just fine. Like he just would edit and leave me be. But like, dude, I would sleep late as fuck and be like, yo, and he just wouldn't even like, didn't mind. He's cool with anything, man.
For
Such
sure.
a good dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Were you a part of him and Jake's trip when they were on the train out east and they went from like, I think they went from New York to Washington, D.C. and shit? I thought they hung out with you maybe a night or something.
I think I might have like been with him right before they left. Yeah.
Yeah. And they got kicked off the train.
We drove them. I drove them to D.C., I think.
That's
me and Zeno drove Jake, and
because they got kicked off the train because they were they were on the quiet train and Jake kept talking and the press was so great. Oh man, they were hammered when they showed up to DC because I met them in DC. That was the fucking best one.
That was a nightmare ride.
Obviously, you've never lived in this body.
Oh, dude, listen to this one, dude. P-Stone, right? This is a great one, and it's so stupid. But, like, I was just, like, punching him in the arms as hard as I could all day.
Yeah.
And, like, he would just give me the look, and he'd do that Puerto Rican knuckle shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And boom, dude. And I was acting tough as hell. Like, dude, you're my abusive big brother. You can't hurt me and all this shit. And, like, yo, he put it on both of my arms so bad that, like, dude, they were black from, like, elbow to shoulder, both of, like, dude.
Dude, he loved that shit.
Yo, and, like, I was hurting, dude. I was like, no more, dude. Like, if a little bit, it hurt so bad. And, like, I was just like, dude, you got me. All right. You're my abusive big brother.
Hey, he did that to Peabody when Peabody was still Ryan McWhorter. He hadn't even been cement guy yet. And he was just the skinniest dude ever. And he was like so much smaller and younger than Preston. And Preston was just rifling him all night, like boom, boom. And he was like, ah, and he was trying so hard to be tough and be like, and we were all just like, Preston, you're going to kill this guy.
Dude, he was rough, man.
Oh my God. His kids are fucking his oldest kid looks just like him. I'm like, Oscar.
Oh, man. I want to see his kids.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to do a little something special because we're getting married, and of course he would have been there. So I need to figure out a way to have his presence there. For me, at least, like even if it's just in my little pocket or something, I'm working on a little something. But yeah, who are some of the, like, for you? If we always talk about like if it was a Mount Rushmore of skateboarding, but like who would be like some of the heads that you would see up on there as like these guys are forever, you know?
Oh, like staples like Danny Way.
Yeah, exactly.
Sharal Sheffy.
Right.
Matt Hensley. Yeah, dude.
When you were a kid, when you were growing up, were you a Matt Hensley, Nodis, or Gons? Which was your guy?
I was Hensley for a long time, but Hensley. I was also Nodis. Never Gons though. Huh. Like I never wanted to. I don't know why. I never held on to Gons like that. Okay. I held on to Hensley really hard. Like he was the one that I wanted.
Did you have some of his boards?
Yeah. The one with the foot.
Yep.
The one. Yeah, that one was one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I remember most. But yeah, that was my dude. 8th Street, like those videos. Just watched millions.
Hocus Pocus, Shackle Me Not. Like when it came out, you're just like, wait, what the fuck's going on? There's like some shit I've never seen. Yeah. You still friends with like most of the same crew, or did you lose some friends in your sobriety?
No, I'm good.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I mean, there's just certain people you don't see because you don't want to be around that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man. I got my little crew.
Things are good.
Yeah.
What do you think about skateboarding in this era? Like, is it getting soft?
It's kind of weird, man. I don't know. It's like I like it because it's accepted and people love it. So I can't hate on it. But like, there's just a weird stigma about it now. If you know what I mean. Like, I don't know how to put words behind it, but it's just like it's in this weird zone that's like, I don't know how to say it.
For me, I think it's a battle, right? It's like I don't want to be the old guy that's out of touch, but I also do see what I loved about this thing that's not there anymore. And is it coincidence that it's just because I'm older, or is it an actual thing, right? Like there's a difference between being the old guy that can't do it. Like obviously I raised the bar and then I'm on the decline of my life or whatever. But like, it's like, you still see these things that have changed. You're like, well, that wouldn't have flown, and as a kid, I remember the number one thing that I used to always say is I never want to be the guy that says back in my day, blah, blah, blah. Those dudes would piss me off. And so I'm really sensitive to not being that, but you also need to stick up for some things. I think like if Jake was here, he would be yelling at this or that. And you're like, who's the guy that's going to defend that now?
Everybody's all, hey.
Yep. Jake would be the one to say something like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
there's got to be something said about certain things.
Right.
But like not many people voiced it,
Yeah, he used to always say one of his famous quotes was, "Even the goons rip now." When Zoomies is selling skateboards, it's like everybody's, and the COVID even made it more popular.
Yep. That's what I mean about being in a weird zone. Like, it's like not like you can't even go somewhere and like it's like people are gonna have boards you never even heard of. It's just gonna be weird. Like it has just such a weird thing to it. Like
I totally agree. Like back in those early times when it was like less equaled more, like, oh dude, I'm on PAL, I'm on Santa Cruz, I'm on these, there's not that many sponsors, but the ones that are there are recognizable. Yeah. And now you got everything. And it's just like Sammy making it out of his garage and whatever. And I don't know. It's gonna be super interesting for the Olympics. Like, is that?
Yeah, that's another thing. I was waiting for you to ask me about that.
Yeah, what do you think? You gonna?
I don't know, man.
I think it's
from cool. I think it's cool. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, rad. We're in the Olympics, but it's like, do we really want to be here? Like, it's not even like, oh, okay, so what? It's like, I don't know. It's not like so impressive for me.
Well, I don't even think the Olympics is the Olympics anymore. Like once like Michael Jordan was in the Olympics, it was like, wait, we got pros on the basketball. It was just like, this just doesn't seem any different. Before it seemed like it was these unknown dudes getting their come up, but now it's just like, who's the best?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if the Olympics is going to be a good fit for skateboarders that like to smoke weed, and there's weed, there's already all these problems.
These drug tests.
I mean, if Corey Juno ends up on the cover of Wheaties, then I'm all for it. Like that's my goal.
Are they going to do drug tests? That's amazing, dude. That's
they're
so
doing
funny.
drug tests, and like Pedro Barros and like these dudes that live on weed are just like, how are they going to function?
Dude, oh my god, dude, skaters and weed are like, that's, oh my god, I need weed.
No,
Like,
I know. And how many trips have you been on where you're on the plane and when you get off the plane, the first stop is the weed guy?
Yeah, or I bring weed with me
on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I have
damn.
something to light as soon as I get off of it.
You ever had any close calls?
No, man. I've done that forever too. I just roll up a bunch of joints, and I just have them rolled in my bag, and that's it. I just bust them out, and it's fine.
You do any sneak-a-tokes in the bathroom or anything?
No, that's how you get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just unnecessary.
What's your technique for a long flight?
Well, it used to be fucking Xanax, but now I just fucking deal with it, man.
Will you try to stay up and not sleep and try to be as tired as you can?
But it depends. Yeah, I try to be as sleepy as possible, but I don't know. I used to always just have pills for that. Ever since I've been sober, I haven't really been on too many flights yet.
Oh shit! I wonder if you're gonna have a little anxiety. I get anxiety every time I fly.
Yeah, I definitely do, and I will have it. But I don't know. I guess I'll be all right. You know, I have to.
Yeah. Have you been paying attention to other people's skateboarding? Are you on the websites every day and looking at new videos, or what's your connection with it these days?
I go on Thrasher and I check out videos every now and again. Yeah, and they send me the mag, so
rad.
I follow it pretty good, I guess.
Okay. You got a favorite cover that sticks out when you think of Thrasher covers, like one that's boom,
of
Brian
all
Anderson?
Time?
Yeah.
I think it might be one of them Ecuador ones.
Oh, Peter Hewitt frontside invert?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fucking
that
good
one just stands out to me as really desirable.
I'm going Phil Shaw at Fort Miley at the Sunset.
Yeah, that one's
top
good
bar
too.
5-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Gibson in the full pipe too is sick with the lighting. That one fucking really cool.
Yeah. What else? I have another one too. I think it was a Backsmith. No, give me a minute. I gotta think about it.
Okay.
I drew a blank.
All right.
There was no Backsmith ever, I don't think.
On the Govs? Yeah. We just did a thing on all the fucking what are your favorite covers? And I forget the one that won, but I was like, it's interesting. Some people draw to more recent ones, and some people are that one of fucking Jeff Raleigh in France where he's ollieing out to the Hubba.
Yeah.
That one was fucking pretty sick. I remember at the time and Artos, anything Dan Sturt shot was always fucking iconic.
That's the Jeremy Ray Towers.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Jeremy Ray for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's definitely top 10.
Yeah.
It's top 5.
Right. Well, shit. What else is cooking? Anything else that you want to talk about?
Shit, man. I don't know. I just got my little spot, and I'm building a DIY up the street. Also.
No way.
Yeah, I have a little spot under this bridge. I actually started building on this side street in the wintertime, and I got a lot done, and I built the banked wall that came too far out into the street, and they bulldozed the whole thing. So I was pissed, so this other spot that I found is on the other side of the train tracks behind a wall, totally hidden, and we had to pour the flat bottom. And so it's a lot of extra work because to make it so it's hidden, and dude, I'm up to 300 bags at this spot. It's a bank on one side, so it's already got a bank, and then it goes dirt, and then there's just a pillar wall. So
that's the one on your Instagram.
Yeah, it's the one that we build up to. Okay. So you'll see where we're at now. I poured a bunch of shit yesterday.
And it looks like it's going to be good for a while?
Yeah, it's pretty sick, man. Nobody's going to kick us out of there.
Dude, how cool, man. It's really good to see you
so
doing
that's what
good.
I do with my time. I basically build, and skate. And I work little jobs here and there. Like I paint for, like when I work, I paint basically.
Oh, okay.
So like this dude, I did a job the other day, painted some dude's porch. But like I said, I'm trying to not work.
Yeah, aren't we? Yeah. Are you pretty much solitary, man, or you got a little crew?
I got a crew.
Yeah.
Like my boy Kevin, that
Shout out.
I worked with, he skates with us. We got Paul,
Shout out.
Filmer,
Okay.
Dan, Lou Metal.
Shout out.
And little Richie.
Shout
Dude,
out.
how long have you known Lou? Like forever, right?
Yeah. For my whole skate career, pretty much.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Lou's tight.
Dude, that's so sick that fucking I like to see, like you said, man, I like to see my friends doing well. And is there anything in your mind that you think of as like something that's helped you along the way to keep this going? Like something that you kind of like, I don't know, something you could share with somebody that's struggling, maybe that maybe could help them.
I mean, you just gotta you gotta want it, basically. You know what I mean? Like you gotta make that decision. And once you make that decision, if you're serious about it and you follow through with it, it's so fucking worth it. It's so rewarding. Like it feels good, man, knowing like that. You know?
I agree. Every day I wake up and I'm just like ready to go. Like, and I remember hangovers and I just love not having them.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I couldn't even I would feel, I had a little weed hangover the other day.
Oh, really?
The first one ever. No, it was because of the edibles though.
Oh shit. Okay. But
Yeah,
those were probably not as like a drinking one. When I got 40, I was just like, everyone was anxiety. Like I was like, if I had like a gnarly hangover, it just took me out for at least 24 hours. Like the next day I was just, and it's like, fuck that. It's too much a waste of time.
Hashtag, are you okay?
Yep.
Well, we always end with a song. You got a fucking jam you want to fucking put on?
Sure, man. How about Lay It Down by Rat?
All right. I like it. Hell yeah.
That's
dude,
a fucking...
Thank you so much for fucking taking the time out, dude. It's fucking a pleasure.
Yeah, man. I'm really glad we got it done. I think it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fucking killer catching up. And you know what? Anytime that you want to fucking chime in, I'm so down. And if you want to do one with Brian later and all our schedules line up,
yeah, I'll call
super
you
fun.
when we're together, we'll hit you up.
Yeah,
maybe I wanted to do that bad, but like every time Brian would be like, dude, I'm not mentally good, right? Or like,
yeah,
it was either one of us, you know?
Totally. And like, I've been, dude, like I said, I'm getting married in a month and my fiance just broke her arm into 12 pieces.
Oh my God.
We've been dealing with so much crazy shit.
Jesus Christ, dude. She.
Yeah.
That's so gnarly.
She's got the plate like in her arm. She had to have surgery and like, it's just been pain every morning.
Sucks.
Yeah, it's been rough, but we'll get through it. It's cool. But like, yeah, I'm down. Like I'm trying to keep this thing going for
cool, man.
Whatever.
I'm really glad like we finally made it happen.
Dude, for sure. Hell yeah. Well, we'll do it again sometime. And maybe I'll even grab McKenney. He wanted me to tell you that that trip that you guys did with Lance Dawes for Slap, he was like, that was one of the funnest trips he ever took. And he was like, I knew from that moment that Fred was a fucking real skater and a real dude. And like, he just has nothing but respect for you. So he wanted to send the love.
Shout out.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Tell that guy. Fuck yeah.
All right, Freddie. We'll talk soon, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Good deal, bro.
All right.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Talkin Schmit. You can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Anchor, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcasts. When you subscribe, you'll get notifications every Tuesday of new episodes the minute they become available. Also, please leave reviews and a 5-star rating. It's the best way to help the show grow. All of the episodes will always remain free, but if you would like to help support the show, you can do so at talkinschmit.com, where you can pick up some merchandise like t-shirts, beanies, hats, and stickers. The website has an entire archive of all of the episodes, with extra photos and videos. Email us with any suggestions, comments, or ways that the show may have improved your life at talkingschmit@gmail.com. All interviews are conducted, edited, and produced by Schmitty. The intro music is Mary's Cross by the band Nature. Very special shout out goes to the executive director, Sharal Camisa.
Shout out.
Love it!
This is Talking Schmit, where the Rolodex is deep, but the conversation is deeper.